Hi everyone, Emma here. So my desk is still a mess. I don't think it's gonna get sorted until all of these are done. So let's take a look at what we have. So today, 19, 20, 21, day 22. So let's take a look at what we have. Move that over. And I'll just get this a little ready here. Okay. So thanks everyone for participating. I know it seemed like it's a long duration, but it's a lot of fun and it passes the time. So this is the next one we're going to do. So these are some check beads. These are the lotus flower coin beads, and they're two-sided. So I left it so you could actually turn it, which is kind of nice. And then I added these lovely flowers underneath the leather. And this is a piece of leather. I don't have all the names of the leather that I bought in the unboxing. I'd have to go back, and I should really label them, because if I want to reorder, this is so beautiful, the texture. So I kind of kept it simple and just did, a square until I get a little better at cutting. I can do some fancy designs, like maybe do the leather in the shape of a lotus flower. So that could be coming up, who knows. And then I have these lovely ear wires that I got on AliExpress, super cheap. So let's go ahead and make the second one. So I already cut out the leather piece and put the holes. The smaller holes, I just used my beading awl to get a hole in there. And I probably could have poked through the back. Let me see if I have it handy. On my desk I do. So I just use this beading awl. So let's just make sure the other side is kind of open a bit to receive the jump rings. So something like that. So I'm finding it a bit hard to deal with the weather, and thinking that we've got a long ways to go this winter still, but I shouldn't think that way. Somebody mentioned, who's been really sick, one of the subscribers, and let me see if I can find her name. I'm terrible with names, so I really apologize. Let me see. Susan she's in Ontario, I think, Canada. Yeah, in Brampton. So she said something about, taking a day at a time, and I know that that's how I should be looking at this, but I don't know. I just, some days you get where you're like, oh, I can't be positive all day. So I just have these little jump rings, and yeah, I use the same ones for the top and the bottom. They are 18 gauge, and I think they're like a 4 or 5 millimeter. Let me get my other pliers so I can open these. So I just twist them to open, and they are hard to open, the 18 gauge. But I'm a little obsessed with 18 gauge jump rings. But I need to order some thinner stuff as well. So I'll just get it in there. Oh, it's not going through as easily as I thought. There we go. I felt it go in. Still not coming through. Get my awl here. So you have to be careful too, because your leather will start to, like, I wanted it close to the edge, but it could potentially pull your leather out and damage it. So there, widen that a bit. And try the other side. I feel like the other side's a little straighter. That is not coming through at all. I don't remember the other one having that much trouble. Let's go to the other side here. I'm gonna push the other way. That should do it. Famous last words. And you know, do you ever find when you're having a low day that things don't seem to go your way? I'm just about ready to give up on this one. Don't know what the dealio is. Let me see if I can open it a bit more. I cannot believe this. Not coming through at all. There, I pushed my finger on the edge of the leather to get it through. And I tell you what, let me get my little flowers ready, because it looks like I put those on and then attach this. So, where did all over the place? I have to tell you guys, I've been reviewing some of my old videos, and I'm kind of surprised at how bad some of them are. I had a recommendation from somebody that I needed to redo my old videos. Needless to say, it was not it was not a polite recommendation. I think I'm pretty upfront with you guys when people are mean to me online. And I kind of laugh about it now. It bothers me in the sense that I think, why would you go out of your way to be negative when, like, we're trying to do something that's fun? And yeah. So she told me I needed to redo it. But who knows, maybe she's having a bad day. Okay, so this is the first one. And let's put that on there, and then we can close it and move on to the next one. Let's see if it goes in easier. This would be my lesson for using 18 gauge jump rings. Okay, let me turn. Oh, it's still open. Eek. Probably wouldn't matter. It wouldn't come off that leather. Doesn't matter. I think I'm getting it close, and then it kind of pops back a bit. Let's do it like that. So there's the first one. It's very simple. Anybody could do it. Just don't use thick leather. Okay, so I'm going to do the flowers up so that they're ready to go. So I am cutting, I usually take and hold my bead like this, and then wherever my nail lands, it's not a very accurate one, but I know it always gives me extra so then I can cut. But if you're really interested, and let's take a look at this one, you can save the previous one and just go like this. Okay, it's about there, and then I cut off another little piece. So let's try that. So we'll save this one and we'll measure the next one. So it's very short. There's my round nose pliers, and just the loop doesn't have to be big, so you can take it to the end and just turn. Let me get that a little nicer here. And then I'm going to go to the other side and do a little bit of a 90-degree turn to get my loop on the top of that head pin. And these are, I think they call them antique gold or something. They're super inexpensive head pins. Like this one actually looks different. I think they're like somewhat tarnished as well. So let's use this as our measurement. That seemed to work. I know like there's all kinds of techniques like this for doing this. And I just had to point out too, like this channel, even though I do show you how to do stuff, it's more about doing it with me. So sometimes I don't use the proper techniques and stuff. It doesn't, oh look, I didn't put my flower on. I'm just not with it today. Oh my gosh. I could hear you guys going, Emma, what about your flower? These are gonna make pretty earrings. There. And then go to the other side and flip it 90 degrees. These are super soft, so they're easy to manipulate. These are the ones I should be using to do wire wrapping. Okay, so now I'm going to leave these holes and see. I might, you know what? I should go through the back. I bet you that would make a difference. So let me see if I can find that hole. So there's that one. I was wondering, I don't think that's lined up. Look. Oh gosh. Oh, one of those days. We were at the doctor today. Just updates of referrals and stuff like that. Nothing really going on. It's getting old. It's for the birds. And you know, as I say sayings like that, I think I sound old. This getting old is for the birds. Let's see if we can get this in. Yeah, this it's not even close to going in. Let's see here. There. Yeah, that's what it is, because it's the thickness of leather. It's trying to pull apart. So let me move this one here and put our little flower on there. That. Close this one up. And then we'll turn that so that the part that's slightly open can sit in the leather. Better. Okay, try this one. So I was thinking about I talked about Valentine's Day cards in some of the other videos, and a lot of people, there was a few people that were either married on Valentine's or their spouses proposed to them on Valentine's. I thought that was really interesting. And I thought maybe I should tell you the story. So I've told this story before about how Jen and I, when I proposed to her, and it didn't go very well. So we both had been married before, and it was not a good situation. I didn't realize how hurt she was by the whole situation. So anyway, we were competing in Montreal at the Olympic Stadium in Montreal, and it was the first World Out Games, and we were at the closing ceremonies. It was amazing. It's just like the Olympics where it's like the parade of athletes come into the stadium through like a big huge door, and everybody's clapping, and it just happened that being from the East Coast, we were the last to come in. So by the time we got there, the audience and supporters were just going crazy, clapping and going on. It was really nice. And they had like a big show, so there was performers and stuff, and Liza Minnelli was one of the performers. So that was a whole story in itself with Liza Minnelli. I'll have to tell that another time. So anyway, I was planning on proposing to her in front of all these athletes. My family was in the stands, and all our competitions were over with. And Liza Minnelli's on stage performing, and I proposed to her. She didn't say anything then, but she basically turned me down. We were already living together, so it was like it was more of a formality than anything. And so when we got home, we had a big discussion. Of course, I was really upset, and she explained that the whole idea of marriage was not a happy one and that kind of thing. So I basically told her, I said, well, honey, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. When you change your mind, I'll be here. Let me know. So then the funny part was we were making plans, maybe a year later or something, we were making plans to get married, and we couldn't decide on the rings. Oh, sorry. We couldn't decide on the rings. So she wanted a basic band, and I wanted, of course, bling. Come on, it's Emma. And so we did. We ended up coming up with this one. But in the meantime, she's looking online. I put it on backwards, I think. No, I didn't. Okay, so let's get. I should have put the. We'll have to open this again to put our. I kept looking at this last one, thinking, why do I have an extra one? Okay, so what did I do with that one? I just did a loop. So she was looking online for rings, and I'm like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with rings online. She'd come and show me like a $20 ring, and I'm like, Jen, a $20 ring is not a wedding ring. Sorry. I draw the line at 200. I understand you don't want to spend a lot of money, but so we went to the mall one day just for a walk because we were just tired, and I don't know if it was winter or whatever. So anyway, I may have cut that too small. So we're walking by the jeweler, and I said, we should go and take a look. Yeah, I cut it too small. Let me see if I can find some handy. I don't know if these are, no, these are copper. Oh, I see them. I should show you my side desk. It's all these containers with different. So let's get one of these. Yeah, so we were like, oh, there's not going to be too much wedding rings. And believe it or not, this one was it was the man's wedding band, and they were on sale, so it met her criteria. It's like, it was so cheap. And so they had to cut mine down quite a bit, but yeah, so we both have the same rings. Okay, so let's make sure I cut this maybe there. So we walk out, we pay for them and everything because of course they're on sale. We walk out, she's like, I guess we gotta get married now. I'm like, are you serious? So as it turned out, it was amazing. We got the last date available from the Justice of the Peace, and we had friends over at the house for a barbecue, and a lot of people showed up from her work, and it was really amazing. You know, just nice and intimate, get to talk to people and stuff like that. And then we booked a 2-week trip to Cuba, and we contacted the dive master to see if we could get our course for our diving license, and they were like, yeah, just show up, we'll do it. So we ended up the first week doing our dive course, had 2 dive masters to ourselves, diving every day. It was just amazing. And then the second week, there was 2 couples from England, and once they found out it was our honeymoon, they were it was like a huge party. It was so much fun. So this, I think I may have turned, I don't know if you noticed, the ear wire is going sideways. So normally what I do is I just I'll add an extra jump ring to turn it the proper way. But I think what I'll do for this, I'll try this. The last time I did this, it actually broke the ear wire, and it was one of these. So this should go sideways. This needs to turn just a quarter turn forward. Let me see. Perfect. There we go. Saved. So that's my funny story of getting engaged. We've been together 20 years now. Oh. And I knew all about her before she knew me, because she was a public speaker and advocate for queer rights. So I knew about her already. There we go. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and stay tuned for, would I say 19? No, the 18, 19, 20, 21. This is day 22, so stay tuned for day 23. Bye for now.